We begin tonight with several employees at the San Francisco Federal Building receiving layoff notices this morning. It is all part of President Donald Trump's widespread job cuts across the Department of Health and Human Services. KTVU political reporter Greg Lee spoke to some of those affected workers. Greg, what was their reaction?
Shock, frustration, fear, as you can imagine. Mostly these federal employees expressed concern about what will happen to the services they deliver now if they are no longer in these positions. The people we spoke to found out via email early this morning. Then they were locked out of their computers, their key cards stopped working, and now they're wondering what happens next. A somber mood at the Nancy Pelosi Federal Building in San Francisco. Throughout the day, people employed by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services packed up their things and left after receiving layoff notices.
We're committed public servants, so it's hard. It's hard to swallow because I think that the American people are actually going to be losing with all these people leaving.
The cuts, part of the Trump administration's major restructuring of HHS, including the firing of 10,000 federal employees. The department also said 10 regional offices would be reduced to 5. In a statement, former Speaker Pelosi said the San Francisco office, which employs 318 staff members, would soon shutter. She wrote, quote, "Make no mistake, the reported plans to restructure HHS and close the San Francisco regional office would directly harm our most vulnerable communities and make America sicker."
It's just very sad. This is an office that has a purpose that I really love and care about, and worried about the folks who benefit from this program, as well as my colleagues.
The employees at this office manage Medicare, Medicaid, and other federal health programs for California and other western states and 6 territories. The employees we spoke to all worked with children and families in poverty and worry what will happen to those services.
But we are nervous because we are kind of a little bit of a lifeline for them in terms of what we do to support them.
The cuts, part of President Trump and Elon Musk's plan to downsize government. In a statement released last week, HHS Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. said, in part, "We aren't just reducing bureaucratic sprawl, we are realigning the organization with its core mission and our new priorities in reversing the chronic disease epidemic." Pelosi said this could gut HIV/AIDS programs for low-income people, a major concern for the San Francisco AIDS Foundation.
We are concerned about the ability for HHS to coordinate services and programming without a local office that knows our city and the region. Any small change is a significant hit to us. And so a closure like this is an abrupt hit to our progress.
For these now ex-employees who abruptly lost their jobs, their message for the administration is simple.
I understand that there's a desire to, reduce the federal workforce, but this isn't the right way to do it. And it seems unnecessary and confusing for everybody.
What we saw in San Francisco today was the scene that played out at several other HHS regional offices across the country. Some employees are now considering legal action as Democrats like former Speaker Pelosi vow to fight back against these cuts that we continue to see.
Yeah, you just got to feel for everyone who got those notices today, and not just here, but like you said, across the country.
Yeah, and again, a lot of the concern from them, the focus, they said they want it to be on those communities, those low-income communities that they help. They want the funding to continue for them, even if they aren't here.
Download Fox Local for more videos on demand.